Then you won't mind if I... Ermahgerd, it's Perch, Nerts. Hello, hi, lovely to see you. I know it is far and few between right now. I am just unable to find the time to get these darn videos done. I've got one that I need to do with the Dante Alighieri, but since that is a first-time guest, I didn't want to use it on a patch notes video, so I got on bright and early this morning before needing to figure out how to design a package out of ice. I kid you not. And when you know, first game of the morning turns into this, and it's a pretty good game. One that will make a fine backdrop as we talk about all the changes, and it doesn't hurt that you'll see right over here on the right is the Sailing Robin on the red team, also in the Stalingrad, and I will say he took the first shot at me, so it's all fair. Even if he does make an unceremonious early exit, but hey, that happens to all of us sometimes. Anyway, here's the commander and modules for anyone who is curious. Same as it ever was. And speaking of same as it ever was, let's go down to the crew down at KRKN Channel 5 News for the opinions on the March Pat's notes. Take it away, team. Thanks, Jerk. Jerk here. First and foremost, we've got the campaign ship, a Tier 7 American Shimakaze. Truly an American torp boat. It is the Somers, and it finds itself on Tier 10 on PC, but has been reworked to our Tier 7. What changes that exactly entails remains to be seen, but I'd expect it to not have gearing torps, and probably more likely to have Fletcher torps. It does have 8 guns that reload okay, but this is a torp boat, and it's pretty squishy. That all said, having seen what the Ouija team did with the Benham and working it into Tier 6, I think that this will be an interesting campaign ship to pick up, even if I don't really think it'll mix the game up that much. But hey, more variety. And it's not a Benson-class ship, so that's cool. Oh, for St. Patty's Day. For St. Patty's Day, we've got a new guise, which will undoubtedly turn everything green. Brady McMordoff. Oof. Come on, you guys. You can think of a better name than that. We're going to see the inclusion of the Tiger 59, which, that's an interesting choice. I'm just going to reserve a judgment on it until I get to try it out. If I get to try it out, I definitely need to see the armor profile that they're going with, whether it's keeping its 25mm bow from PC or getting the Legends treatment of 30mm. That could actually be interesting. Maybe. Moving on, as is tradition, it looks like you'll be able to get the Belfast again, no doubt, probably via buying crates. And speaking, oh, hold on, I think this is the shot that takes Robin out. Yes, it is. And that is our first ship sunk, and if you can see what's going on in this game right now, then you no doubtedly have recognized that I'm desperately trying to escape a black hole and reposition myself away from all my teammates who have gravitated, to the position I was in. So anyway, speaking of everything old being new again, go ahead and pop the bottles because the champagne is available for Global XP, a ship I will say that I think is better now with how the game is played than when it was first released. Not its specs, which as far as I recall, nothing has changed on it. That said, I think most people hate it, so no surprise that I like it. Where does it fit in the rank of Global XP ships? Well, it's definitely above the Gascon and the Prinz Eugen, but beyond that, I'd have to think, so... You know what? We don't have any time to think, so let's move on. All right, moving on, we've got the full line of Italian battleships that are now available to research, which means I will be picking up the Vittorio Veneto on Monday to give it a twirl. And for anyone who has been relatively unlucky with these Italian battleships crates, I will say they are surprisingly more fun than I expected, especially at that Tier 6, though I did just finally get the Tier 3, and in my very first game, I was like, holy crap, this might be good. So I am looking forward to trying out the Tier 7, and see if we can't mix that tier up. What? Mix the tier up? No, Ouija. No, you misunderstand what I said. When I said mix it up, I didn't mean no. That's right. Russian carriers before my sweet baby Bayard? Really, Ouija? Well, those are going to be interesting. You all may recall back in October, I posted a video on the Friesland, which I found a glitch in the game, and the reticle changed to what I said looks like the skip bomber targeting reticle. And well, what do you know? Now, some people may find the timing of this release a bit ill-conceived, what with how things are in the real world right now. And you've got to remember, the release has been planned for a long time. I know Ouija actually thought about delaying it, but really don't get worked up over a video game. The real question is this going to drive more people to play carriers? And I doubt it. And we know the CVs are only picked 3% of the time at Tier 7. Sure, that'll spike a little bit in the coming weeks, but I imagine it'll drop back down to that in the near future. Console players, it seems, they just don't seem to enjoy that class. We are also going to be seeing the Tier 4 US Premium Destroyer Hill, which, okay, not even sure I've ever heard of that, but it looks like it has triple torpedo launchers as well, so alright. Moving on, balance changes. It's just a bunch of buffs and nerfs to CVs, whatever. Minsk is getting nerfed a little. The Tier 7 Pan-Asian destroyer Xian Yang is getting buffed a little, which is good because, let's be real, that ship stinks. I will definitely revisit it, though. And that looks like that's about it, but hold on, there's something written real small down here at the end of the bottom of the document. What? Why would they bury this at the bottom of the Word document? Manual targeting of secondaries. Why is this hidden down here? Finally, the people can rejoice. But now I have one simple question. When a target is selected, do your secondaries only fire at that? Meaning your secondaries on the opposite side sit silent despite there potentially being a target available? Or is the coding smart enough to do both? I did ask the team, and I got no response. So we shall see. Also, the ability to turn off your AA. Well, that is a big buff to destroyers in those rare CV matches. I wonder if you will have to do it every single time a match starts or not, or if it's going to remember that setting between matches. Let's see, they will also be adding gun lock into this menu as well for those of us who don't use the presets with it. And that is something I can absolutely get behind. And that is the patch notes, chachis. And I am well, okay. I guess I'm not out of here just yet. We can finish up this match and get back to this game. This game, which if I hadn't gone all the way around here and flipped this cap to set up a crossfire, would have just been, what, 3 bow-tanking battleships just sitting across from each other. Let's yoink this Azuma for our 3rd ship sunk. Those guys to the south of me, they don't deserve it. Anyway, had I not come in here, then we just would have had, what is that, 3 battleships on my right, 3 battleships on my left, just sitting there blasting away at each other's bows. Oh boy, that is not how you win a game. You win a game by setting up a crossfire, and we saw me do that with this Odin. Yeah, the Odin turned to face me, and thankfully, what was left of our Conqueror just kept blasting away at them, and so that kind of turned the game around right now. And of course, this is always, this is one of the issues of playing Legendary tier. Frankly put, most players are playing above their skill level. I know, it's not supposed to be exclusive, it's not like we're trying to exclude certain players from being able to play whatever ship that they want to. That is not the idea of this game. However, there's the little issue that if you don't know how to play the game really, then it kind of turns these games into, well, it turns it into who can carry their team the best. And you're going to see in this particular match that it's me. Alright, so we do that strategic beach and bounce off and back up to get the angle on this Yamato's sweet cheeks. And let's just remind them who runs Barter Town. Master Blaster. Okay, well, Stalingrad does. And you can see over to the right, we've got a Minotaur just blasting away on another Yamato. But basically right here, you know, I have the position that we need. I guess the red team has a Minotaur somewhere. I don't know if it's really doing anything. And then we've got, what, some people slinking around the back of the map, whatever. Yeah, and then this Iowa. Iowa is just clearly over it, right? Iowa is clearly over it and is like, you know what? Let me just come out broadside to the Stalingrad. So let's punish this player for making such a silly mistake. Okay, well, we didn't really get to do it that time, but surely on the next salvo, we will get a chance to punish them dearly. Let's see, here it comes, and Dev Strike? No, we're just going to blast the heck out of those rocks. And in fact, I don't think I get a single citadel on this Iowa, which is pretty odd considering what ship I'm in and its ridiculous penetration values. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe people recognize, maybe there is no better target to shoot at right now. But these guys are all shooting at me, and honestly, that is okay with me right now. This is one of the great things about the Stalingrad, is it can just tank damage from all of these ships. You see, I've kind of pushed up onto this island to be able to block myself from the Yamato shots over to the left still, while we go ahead and finish taking out this Iowa. There's more Yamato shots, and I'm keeping these guys spotted for the rest of my team. So, we get a fire on there. But I believe this is where we're just going to go ahead and sink this Iowa for our fourth ship sunk. It is, and, yeah, come to Papa. And I appreciate this. I appreciate a player who is like, you know what, this game is lost. Let me just go out there and go ahead and end it, which is more than can be said for, hold on, I guess this is going to be Kraken 374 in the Stalingrad. But yeah, I appreciate a player who comes out and does that, as opposed to this Minotaur who is practically full health, hasn't been spotted in who knows how long, and is just going to try and hold the game hostage. Anyway, I'm not going to make you guys all watch this. Let's just jump forward and we can see the scoreboard. Let's see, so we have 2,879 XP for a good game, just shy of a very good game, and nicely done by our friendly Mino 2, and GG to the red Yamato I managed to give a detonation flag to as well. And that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you're looking forward to the Somers and the Italian BBs being released, then give this video a like. If you've already got your global XP stockpiled to boost to the tier 7 Russian carrier, hit dislike. Questions, comments, what has got your plums a bluish hue in this patch, let me know down below. And if you don't want to miss our exceedingly rare videos in the future, well, then you can mash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, folks. I will get back out there for another one, and we will talk then.